Warning. This will be a non-spoiler review of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I will not be talking about anything that was not revealed in trailers prior to the game's official release date. However, I will be discussing some things that were shown in the trailers that do not have to do with the main story. So, if you have been avoiding everything about the game, including the trailers, up to this point, so that you can play the game completely blind, this might be a good time to maybe put this in your watch later list until you have played the game. Again, I will not be talking about the story in this video. This will just be a somewhat brief non-spoiler review of Tears of the Kingdom. Alright. This game is amazing. There is so much to do. All of the new abilities are amazing. I found each of them useful except for one. I really enjoyed playing through and just seeing what changed between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And you would think, oh, well, not much changed, right? Well, no. Actually, quite a bit changed. Other than just having islands in the sky that you can go to, there are other places that you can go as well that they just weren't there before. And I definitely have not found everything in the game. For each of the game's dungeons, I'm hoping that I got everything that I could get in those, but who knows. I really enjoyed how much more difficult this game was. Instead of the same level of difficulty that Breath of the Wild had. I know that there was like some sort of scaling for Breath of the Wild. Like a certain number of enemies you defeated earned you like an invisible amount of experience points, that kind of a thing. But in this game, I think there's a similar mechanic, although you can accidentally be stumbling into an area that you definitely don't want to be in. For example, I was accidentally stumbling into the lair of Ganondorf, and the only clue that I got was a prompt that showed up on the screen of something that I actually can't say because it's a spoiler. But when you see the prompt, you know exactly what's going on. And it's like, oh no, I'm in an area I shouldn't be yet. However, you can just teleport away, so it's fine. But really, it's just the monsters down in that area are some of the higher level monsters, which I found to be rather difficult to deal with to begin with. I still never fought a Lionel in this game, though I did see one. I did beat one of the three-headed dragon things shown off in the trailer, the Gleeox. I defeated the ice one, and then there was also a fire one that I beat too. I know there's like 2 more, I think, but I'm not sure if I can handle them. There's also another overworld mini-boss, I guess, that's similar to the Hinox and the Gleeox and the Moldugas that I don't think it was revealed, so I won't say what it is, but it's an interesting thing, and I'm actually unsure of how to beat it properly. Also, finding one is kind of difficult. Really, just, this game is so good, and there's not much I can actually say without talking about spoilers, so I might make this a short video, but I mean, if I had to say my true feelings about the game, the story is so solid, it is worth buying only for the story. If you don't like games where you explore, then go exactly where the main points tell you to go. It's an amazing game. The story makes sense to some degree. If you, like, by itself, it makes perfect sense, but if you put it with, like, the other Zelda games in history, like Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword, then it might not work. I don't really understand the Zelda timeline too much, but I can't talk about much of that in this video without spoilers. But it's just, the story is solid, the enemies are harder, the game is just harder itself. Mechanics are fun, like the new game mechanics are fun. There's so much more to do, so much more to see. And one thing that I really, really liked, there was at least one change everywhere you went. Any named area is slightly different in some way from how it was in Breath of the Wild. Every named area. Which I think is fantastic, because it's... So I'm assuming they took the original game, stripped a lot of it out, and then altered some other things. That's what I'm assuming happened. But it makes sense. It is fantastic. I also kind of like how the game starts off where you left off with Breath of the Wild. Kind of. And I can't say any more other than that because it would be a spoiler at that point. But the game is so solid. I cannot stress that enough. Anybody who's out there who's unsure about getting Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you need to change your mind to make sure that you get it. It is so good. I might actually play the game for the channel soon. Like, I know I just played and beat the game, but I did. Maybe I'll just go around and finish getting the shrines and finish getting armor and stuff that I've missed, because I do want to 100% the game, with the exception of the Koroks. I don't want to do that. But I'm interested enough in this game that I want to get all of the shrines, all of the armor, upgrade all of the armor if I can. But oh, and there's new armor in this game too. And I don't want to say what they are, like what they do, I mean. But there is this one set of armor that is in contention to be one of the best sets of armor in the entire game. It is so good. It's not good like defensively, even after you max out its armor stat or whatever. Like it's not the best defensively, but it is amazing with its full set ability. And you will probably use it a lot. Well, like I said, this video probably wasn't going to be very long to begin with. To be honest, there's not much I can say without talking about spoilers. Mostly because I'm trying to be respectful enough to the people that have not finished the game yet. However, I will be doing a spoiler review that should be uploading the same day as this. So, stay tuned for that. And I would love to hear your thoughts about the game in the comments. However, I will say, if you're leaving your comments on this video specifically, I do ask that you leave out any spoilers, any talk about the game that is not revealed in the trailers at all for this one. In the spoiler review, I'm more than happy to talk about spoilers in the comments, because people who don't want to be spoiled can intentionally avoid that video. So, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. I know this was a little bit of a shorter video, but the spoiler review will be longer. Much, much longer. There's so much to talk about. Anyway, so I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.